Good afternoon and welcome back to Wojo's Greenhouse here in Ortonville. I'm George and I'm out here in the tree and shrub area among some of my favorite plants, the hydrangeas. And we're going to take you through a sampling of what we have to offer, 5 different varieties of hydrangeas that fit the unique needs of your garden space. We're going to start first of all with the climbing hydrangea vine. Very special vine for shady areas. A little slow to start, but once it gets established, it takes off, and as you can see, magnificent with the white flowers. The next grouping of the hydrangeas is in the arborescence grouping, and I have the old-fashioned Annabelle, and then I have the newer proven winter variety, the Incredible. I have 2 different offerings here. This one, the new proven winter, with fertilizer and some extra TLC, provides much larger flowers than the traditional Annabelle. The next area we're going to move into are the big leaf varieties. And we're going to talk about some of the Endless Summer selection. The first Endless Summer hydrangea that came out was the one called Endless Summer, the one that will either be blue or pink dependent upon your soil. And this is the one that you can doctor by adjusting the pH, either adding aluminum sulfate or the holly tone to your soil to keep the pH low to get the blue flower, or if you just leave the soil alone, most soil in our area is alkaline, and you will get the pink flower over time. So in the Endless Summers grouping, the Endless Summer was the first one. Next we had the Blushing Bride. This is a white flower with a slight cast of either pink or blue, again dependent upon the soil, but the predominant color will be white for this one. And then we have over here one that is really coming on beautiful this year, and again I speak of the Endless Summer series. This is Twist and Shout. This is the lace cap flower, and it again will either be accents of blue or pink dependent upon your soil. So these again are within that Endless Summer grouping. Twist and Shout here, the Endless Summer here, or the Blushing Bride. We have some other examples of our big leaf varieties. These are hydrangeas that like the shade, and most of these will like the shade. They prefer a shady spot. I have a hydrangea down here in front called Pia. I have one here called Lady in Red. This in the fall turns a beautiful scarlet on the leaves, red stems, striking plant. Back here, about ready to come into flower, Edgy Orbits. Down here in front, Mini Penny. And another flower, I'm going to move this out of the way so that you can see the special flowering on this one called Bluebird. This is one of the serrated varieties with a lace cap flower, and as this plant matures and grows, it becomes that much more special within your landscape. The next grouping are the oak leaf hydrangeas. I have a variety called Pee-wee that stays a little bit shorter, 3 to 4 feet, and then I have oak leaf Alice that'll get 4 to 5, even 6 feet tall if it likes your spot. These again like a shaded area and do very, very nicely for us. We're going to move around over here to the end to the paniculata grouping. These are the hydrangeas that have the cone-shaped flowers. They flower in either shade or sun, so they're kind of a universal landscape plant. One of the first ones I have here in front will be Vanilla Strawberry. I don't want to cover up the sign. It's a very nice pink and white combination. I have one here called Quickfire. This one is one of the first of the paniculatas to leaf out. Here I have Pinky Winky. This has a cone-shaped flower, pink on the bottom with a white tip. The one that we sell the most of is Limelight. This has the lime green flowers that turn to a soft pink in the fall. And down in front I have Little Lime, which is the little sister of Limelight, so to speak. It stays smaller, 3 to 5 feet, where the Limelight, this plant can get anywhere of up to 6 to 8 feet. They will be flowering midsummer through until frost. So once these come into flower, you're going to enjoy that flower for 8 to 10 weeks. We also have the tree form of the paniculata. This happens to be the Limelight. I've got Pinky Winky, I've got Tardiva, I've got Unique, and I have Snow Mountain varieties. I believe I've got 5 different varieties of the tree form of the paniculata. Very excited about the offerings we have. We've gotten in some very special flowers from our growers. The color this year, the flowers, are the best that I've seen in a long time. We're going to shift into a next area, talking about roses next. Thank you, Bill, for moving over to the rose area. And now I wanted to highlight some of the selection of the roses that are special to us, a little more gardener friendly. We have the hybrid teas, Floribundas, grandifloras, that take a little more gardener's attention. We have the Easy Elegance varieties, and when you come in, you'll see these in the red pot, the red containers, over here on the left. And this is just a sampling of about 8 to 10 varieties we have, but these were in color this morning. We have Grandma's Blessing that is over here, Superhero, bright, vivid red color, High Voltage, a yellow, and a new one for us this year with a white creamy flower, Champagne White. Folks have been asking about drift roses, and it took us a while to find a grower that had them, but we've brought in 3 different varieties of drift roses down here in front. We have a pink variety called Sweet over here. We have the coral in the center, and then I have an apricot over on this side. We're finding that this will probably compete with the floral carpet roses in the near future. A lot of publicity about these, a lot of advertisement, and we're finding that people are asking for these, and we're happy to have them in. The last thing I want to talk about today are the varieties of knockout roses we have. This has been an increasingly popular, sales-growing variety of a rose that's much, much more easier to take care of. Over here on the end, we have the beginning, the first knockout rose, the red knockout. Next, we have the blushing knockout, a soft pink. We have sunny knockout with a yellow flower that fades to a white. And then we have the pink knockout. The original knockouts have about 13 petals per flower. They open up kind of flat. The last 2 varieties are the double knockouts, the double red and double pink. The double red and double pink have about 30 petals per flower. A denser flower gives you a little more substance when you're looking at them. Again, as I mentioned, a little bit easier to take care of, water, fertilize, watch for insects. We will see you the next time that we come back. Enjoy the summer, and we'll catch you soon. Come on over to Wojo's to color your world.